I did. Now it's visible. So first I will compare both the novels in very brief, and then I will do the psychoanalytic point of view for both the novels. Here I put the quote that the quote by Oscar Wilde, and it reflects in his work: "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all." Here, the summary of the picture of Dorian Gray. This is the story uh, of the very handsome man, or uh, and his friend, one of his friend named Basil Hallward. He portrayed his painting of Dorian Gray, and Dorian Gray is a very handsome man in the town. And here I mentioned that the Dorian meets Lord Henry, and Lord Henry is a friend of Basil Howard, and he is also doing painting, and the story goes on. Here is the narcissism of Dorian Gray has shown by Oscar Wilde. That here I would like to mention the point that in Victorian time, there was so many works with the theme of the narcissism, and in our Indian literature, there was the story of the King Yayati, and he was in the Pandavas Pandavas step great grandfather, I think, the King Yayati was. And here I can connect that story that Yayati was cursed by the Shukracharya, and he has lost his own beauty, and then he and here we can connect to the Dorian Gray's character, that when the portrait has done, and then whenever he do the crime, or whenever he do something wrong, and then the painting gets scratched, and he can get the all beauty by his full life. This is the plot of this novel. And the famous London artist Basil Howard shows his dear friend Lord Henry Wotton his new painting. This is the I told that the painting was Dorian Gray's, a portrait of a young and a nobleman named Dorian Gray. First in the novel, he was very nobleman, and then novel goes on, and then his character convert into evil character. Basil is really attracted by Dorian's charm and beauty. He was very handsome in the novel, and considers the youth an inspirational gift for his art. Here, the character of Basil, he was very obsessed with the very personalities like Dorian Gray was there. Lord Henry asks the painter to meet Dorian and Basil. After some hesitation, he agrees. The young man becomes enthralled by Lord Henry's eloquence and his worldly view as a new kind of hedonism. According to Lord Henry, the only aims in life are to pursue beauty and to satisfy its own senses. This point I will cover into psychoanalytic approach, how he pursue the beauty, and how he considered the beauty as a main aim in a life. He pursues Dorian not to waste his beauty, but to make use of it, and to indulge in any pleasurable experience. This is the plot of the importance of being earnest. We know the story, so I will jump to the themes that evil and humanity, the pleasures of evil, and destructiveness of evil, sin and redemption. By various incidents, we can connect these themes. The purpose of art, aesthetism, love, marriage, and friendship. Art here, he has put the theme of the purpose of art and aestheticism. As the character thinks like that, art can be give the aesthetic pleasure, as he did the painting of Dorian Gray, the superficial nature of society, how society behaves like a very pretending way. This is the theme of the importance of being earnest, lies and disease, marriage, respect, and reputation. Lady Bracknell was very excited to get to make his daughter Gwendolyn with very reputation person who has very upper class in society. In the Victorian time, we know that there is the class systems were exist, and in the importance of being earnest, there is a tension between the artificial behavior detected by society and the natural way in which people wish to behave. How far do you find this a valid comment on the play? While the ridiculous social presentation in Victorian society, the double identity is a motive, as the Mr. Jack and Mr. Ernest was same, but there was the using of double identity to escapism from the responsibilities. The main plot, which provides the central conflict, Jack and Bundle's pursuit of marriage and the obstacle of his name, her mother and her birth, so emphasis the absurdity of Victorian values, rivalry between country and city life. This was, we can say, we can connect to the character of Mr. When he was in country life, he was Mr. Jack, and he was living in city life, then he was Mr. Ernest. And it is the very conflict idea of the character. Now, psychoanalytic approach in the novels. In the 20th century, the Sigmund Freud gave this idea how how the human minds works in several ideas, that the idea of conscious level, preconscious level, and unconscious level. All minds are working like id, ego, and super ego. Our conscious minds working 24 hours, but our unconscious mind behind it playing the role very significantly. The consequences of the action is a struggle the id faces. Justifying his desire makes the id completely ignorant about what calamity may be. Here, this slide shows that the importance of being earnest characters. Algernon has showing how id he is carrying in the character portraying of process. Here I put the dialogue that Algernon saying to Jack that tomorrow I am going Bunbury. I shall probably not be back till Monday. You can put up my dress, clothes, my smoking jacket, and all the Burberry suits. It is showing that how it is applying there in the character's mind. And then super ego, which is connected to Lady Bracknell's character. Here she says that good afternoon, dear Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well. Id expect like very pleasure, then ego expect reality, and super ego expect always morality. That it shows the morality. I hope you are behaving very well. In point of view, Victorian society, behaving is good measurement of respecting society values. As I said, that superego expects morality and social values. More like if you behave well, that means you are being moral. And that same reason why Lady Bracknell asked how is behaving, not how he is. Through the lens of psychoanalytic theory, Oscar Wilde's The Picture of Dorian Gray has the social value of providing a representation of the consequences in one may face if one fails to balance the three parts of the mind: the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious parts. Thus, encouraging its readers to further educate themselves in psychoanalytic theory and psychoanalysis in order to achieve balance of the mind. If there is a psycho disorders, then psychotherapy there will be must exist. Then we can say that psychotherapies are like uh, cure to the disorders. The id, the ego, and the superego are individually identified in specific characters portrayed in the novel by the Basil Howard, Lord Henry Wotton, and Basil Howard shows the id, and Lord Henry Wotton shows the superego. Yes, this is my citation. Thank you.